More news, trailers, reactions. Check out the Distance Nerdings and post. Let us know what you're nerding out on. We want to talk about all the things you guys want to talk about. So let's jump into the first story here because I am ready to slay all day the way that Demon Slayer has. Ladies and gentlemen, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle is now the highest grossing international movie ever in the US, surpassing Spirited Away. The anime epic continues to dominate the emotional stakes and jaw-dropping animation. Tanjiro really sliced through all of the competition, and I'm all for it. I still haven't watched this movie, and I really need to. I haven't gone to the movies at all, but I have not seen any movies that I want to see. That's kind of where I'm at in life right now.
I get it. Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I wasn't planning on watching it. I haven't seen the others, so.
Yeah, I want to see this. I definitely want to see this, but even at that, I'm very happy that it's been so well received.
Highest
I think it's
grossing
great.
international movie ever. That's so nuts.
Oh, Shacy said it was so good. I'm gonna take your word for it. I do need to go see it though. It's not not that I don't want to go see it. It's more that between the last month has been nuts between like 3 different cons and my sister's wedding, and I just have not had time to do anything. So
is that a movie you went and saw? My Sister's Wedding?
Yeah, it's a movie I went to go see, My Sister's Wedding.
Okay, anime fans in the chat. So tell me, do you have to watch the entire series to see the movie that's in theaters, or is it enough to like dive into this movie that's Infinity Castle that's in theaters and go watch that separately? So let us know.
I was gonna say I'll tell you. Oh well, yeah, we'll let the chat know. I'm not gonna jump into that. So let's jump into the next.
Don't spoil it for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into the next story here. So staying in the realm of anime, because we're splintered but strong. Netflix has renewed Splinter Cell Death Watch for season 2, keeping Sam Fisher's stealth saga alive. The animated series blends espionage action and tech paranoia with slick visuals. The real question: does going stealth have any side effects besides being awesome?
I heard this is really good.
Same.
I've never seen it. I was like, I don't know what to write here, so I just made something up. No, it does look awesome. I love that picture. I'm like, oh, I might want to watch this.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the games. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell is a really good game, so I'm very interested in seeing how well the series is. I was unaware that it was on Netflix, so I need to watch it now.
Oh, there you go.
I was watching Comic Book Nation, comicbook.com, and Matt, shout out to Matt Aguilar, Matt Swagular. He was talking about the Splinter Cell Death Watch, and he said it was amazing. So that got me excited, and they were showing the clips and talking about it, and they said this is an adaptation that makes sense. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I like it. I'm gonna watch it.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
So let's jump into the next one. Keep it moving here. Upside down, right side up. Stranger Things season 5 will finally reveal the origin of the Upside Down, delivering long-awaited answers as the series wraps. Meanwhile, the Duffer Brothers confirmed the upcoming spinoff will feature new characters and a clean slate, calling it so different from Star Wars. Okay. Hawkins is closing, but the universe is expanding. Also, did you guys hear this whole rumor going down? I think they just announced it today that they're putting the season finale in theaters.
I heard that.
I heard they weren't going to do that.
Yeah,
I'd heard that too.
What I heard as of this morning is they are doing a same-day release. So they're going to put it on Netflix, but then give people the option to still go watch it in theaters if they want to. And I think that's a smart play on their end because they've been doing that with K-pop Demon Hunters. And I think that they're betting on the chance that there are enough people that want a cinematic experience for that season finale that they will go and pay for it. And mainly just because K-pop Demon Hunters has proven that if they have something on Netflix and they give you the option to go see it in theaters, a lot of people will still do it.
Interesting. Well, the good thing about that, I mean, Netflix is great. Seeing it at home, I'll Netflix and chill with the best of them. But having a shared experience of seeing something in theaters
Yeah.
together with other, like-minded fans that also maybe want to Netflix and chill. I don't know where this is going, but having, that kind of shared experience with people is great, and Netflix is addressing that. So good for Netflix.
Absolutely. Like I said, I think it's a smart play on their end, because it's a way for them to get something in theaters, to make a crap ton of money doing it, but also give people the option of, well, if I don't want to go pay money for it, I can still watch it, on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on to the next story here. So Olympian upgrade. Kate McKinnon joins Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 3 as Aphrodite, of all people. Expect divine chaos and comedic flair at Camp Half-Blood. Also, do we think that she is going to be what is it? Ugly Aphrodite, or what was it?
Weird Barbie.
Weird Aphrodite. You think we're gonna get a weird Aphrodite?
I just whatever she does, she commits to it, and so I
Yes.
really feel like she'll be like, I love love, and then but it'll be like it'll go wrong. I mean, it'll just go wrong. And yeah, and there's a scene like they're in the books. Aphrodite and Ares are trying to get get away so they can have a love nest and stuff. And it's part of the plot in season 3. So I won't say that much more. So, and there's an interesting scene there. And I'm like, it's going to be really interesting to see the guy that played Ares in season 1 and her try to have chemistry.
The guy who
So
played
I'm looking forward
Ares,
to that.
the guy who played Ares in season 1, aka Edge, aka Edge plays plays Ares in Percy Jackson and the Olympians. James, if you haven't seen
Adam Copeland.
Adam Copeland.
I'm on it. I got you.
I love that Adam
It-
Copeland took that role because he fits Ares so well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
this
that
Ares.
version.
Yeah, there you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Totally.
Straight rock star. Well, Love Goddess with SNL energy, guys. Yes, please. I feel like that actually is exactly what she is. I mean, she's gonna be the Love Goddess with all of the comedic timing and all of like the weird SNL energy. And I'm all for that. I made the joke about weird Aphrodite, but it's just because again, she is so good at taking roles and making them hers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, so they've got who's it? Jason Mantzoukas is Dionysus, and then her. It's like they're getting off kilter or like very specialized comedians to
Mhm.
come in and do these gods roles, and I find that I find it exactly what they should be doing, but I also find it extremely hilarious, and I feel like Zeus needs to be like some major comedian that's like crazy pants comedian. Like, I don't know who they'd get. Bert Kreischer, maybe.
Oh my God, Bert Kreischer as Zeus would be ridiculous.
That'd be a good Zeus.
He would have to make sure that he has no shirt on the entire time.
Right. Yeah, no, he wouldn't. He'd just be wearing like white jeans with like a gold belt or something and just walking around with like a gold solo cup because he can't have a red solo cup. And like it just be Bert Kreischer, but
And like,
just
just like give him
as
a white, like paint his beard white, but like bedazzle it.
exactly.
Bedazzle
Just-
in his beard, and it'd just be like,
Yeah.
yeah, the baby gods did this.
Yeah. Be like, yeah. Man, he could even like shout out his daughters. It would be hilarious. They won't do it, but it would be hilarious if they did. I
Mhm.
would pay money for that. Put that in the theaters.
I would pay money to see Bert Kreischer as Zeus. Well, let's if nobody else has any comments on this, we'll move on.
Moving on.
All right, let's move on. Lucas unplugged. George Lucas says he's moved past Star Wars after Disney took control. He's focused on building his museum and living his life beyond the galaxy far, far away. From Skywalker Ranch to art curator, George is still a director.
True.
Yeah. He because when we were at LA Comic-Con, they revealed the Lucas Museum. And we got a chance to go and like take a look at it. It's pretty cool, but it's also like still in its early stages. So they had a bunch of curators that were there showing off a couple of the pieces and stuff. It was pretty cool.
That's all. When is it opening? Like next year after?
I want to say it's supposed to be in like February.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's like soon.
Interesting. All right, George. I'm okay with that.
I see you, George. I see you, and I see everything that you're doing, my friend.
And I don't know if he's like over Star Wars or like completely like let go of Star Wars, but it's healthy that he says it. You know, he's like, all right, I sold it, I gave it to Disney, and I put like my protege, Dave Filoni, you know, kind of there to spearhead things. So there you go. Let it go. Moving on.
Yeah.
So the thing that I'm thinking about is, aren't we coming up to where he will have not been a part of Star Wars longer than he was part of Star Wars?
Yes, we're kind of officially in that era. The thing is that him and Filoni still work together when it comes to creating story and seeing where it goes. Like Filoni still gets input from Lucas when it comes to this stuff. Lucas isn't like heavily involved, but a lot of it is, hey, here's my idea. What do you think? Oh yeah, I like that. But what if we did this?
Right.
You know, things like that.
Well, it's cool that he's still a second voice for somebody. But yeah, I you know, let George.
Yeah, let George. Well, Swamp Thing sprouts. James Gunn shared a hopeful update on DC's Swamp Thing movie, confirming it's still in active development. He emphasized the film's horror roots and teased the tone that's dark, poetic, and strange. The fight for the green is getting closer, and it's a whole mood. And I'm in for all of it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really cool. I've always thought that Swamp Thing was such an interesting character.
Yeah.
And so I really want to see somebody do justice to him.
Well, the TV show was really well done. It just it came at the wrong time.
Yeah.
What it was on DC Universe, right?
DC
Their streaming platform.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like it was on an app that just didn't do well. I had it because I was, you know, I'm a DC guy, so I wanted all that. I think we reported on it back on in the Hardly Heroes days. And yeah, I mean, like I thought it was, the show itself was really good. I think it's on HBO Max now.
You know, I was gonna say this may be one of those shows that like has a second life, like on a different streaming platform. That being said, HBO Max is not it. You know, Max has a library of things, but they don't promote things. It's just like, here it is, come get it if you want it, but like it just sits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's just, yeah, because they're not promoting anything on it. It's just, you know, they're losing so much out of such a well done property, and it's just I feel like if they were to promote that, they could probably use that as lore building, because it was a really good horror show, and it was really well done, and people were upset that it didn't get another season. But it's like, yeah, I feel like if James Gunn really wanted to, because it's such a standalone thing, he could go in and say, this is now canon, and use that to build on the lore that's already there.
What if James Gunn gets to like the Dark Justice League before Marvel gets to Midnight Suns? I could totally see James Gunn being like, I'm gonna beat you to this.
I would so love that, just because the idea of Dark Justice League coming out before Midnight Suns, because Midnight Suns isn't such like, not turmoil, but just we never hear anything about it. It's always rumors. There's always speculation. We still don't have the majority of the characters we need introduced in the universe, even though Feige keeps saying, not Feige, sorry, Feige keeps saying that I get him and Filoni mixed up every now and then. Feige keeps saying that he wants to reintroduce Ghost Rider and he wants to bring in Blade and everything like that, but it still hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's interesting to see where that's going to go, but yeah, we're speculating even more, and we need to move on. Oh man! All right. Nightfall Rises. The upcoming Batman Nightfall animated movie will feature Tim Drake's Robin. Screenwriter Jace Ricci confirmed the fan favorite character will suit up. So why is everyone afraid of Robin in short pants?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, because Tim Drake, just so happens to be the one that doesn't wear short pants. Convenient.
I am so ready for one. Tim Drake is one of my favorite versions of Robin to begin with. I do love I absolutely love Dick Grayson. He is my favorite Robin, but Tim Drake is close second, and followed by Damian Wayne is finally starting to creep his way back in. But I mean, like Tim Drake, just because when he grows up, even before he becomes Red Robin, when he grows up and he's got that bow staff and he's got like the armor, he's just beating the shit out of everybody. And he's such a badass for like the acrobatics that he has after like just training with with Dick Grayson and just getting better at what he does. I am a massive fan of Tim Drake's version of Robin. So I mean, I am happy that they're choosing this version. I believe he was also the Robin during the Nightfall storyline, anyways.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So
I was just like, really? But you know what? The short pants will live on in Batman 66. So
He's the most like adjusted Robin. Like he's the one with the least amount of issues. So I think they should introduce him.
Yeah, they were having like, I don't know. I guess there's something like somebody's going to take over the cowl or whatever. And they were like, who would you pick or whatever? And I'm like, well, Nightwing's already done it. So I don't think he would do it. And he wouldn't do it. I think Tim Drake would be the one that would actually be the best successor to Batman. It's probably going to be Damian, but it should be Tim.
Tim is also probably next to Dick Grayson, one of the best detectives out of all the people in that group of people together. He's also the smartest one. So like Tim Drake is the tech guy out of everybody in that in that whole group of people. So it's like he's a combination of Alfred and Batman without all of the dad baggage.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, you know, his dad was like a criminal and they had all these, you know, I mean, he does have kind of daddy issues, but I mean, at the same time, he's so kind of, to steal the words from Jen again, so well adjusted for who he is. Tim Drake is definitely, I agree with you, Jen. I feel like Tim Drake would be the best successor to Batman next. I mean, yeah, because Dick Grayson already has his own beat. He doesn't need to be Batman. So.
And he's done it. He did it. I don't want to spoil anything for Nightfall. Never mind.
For those of you who don't know, go read Nightfall. That's all we're going to leave it at.
Some of it's really ridiculous. I mean, honestly, some of it is really ridiculous. But the end, it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's freaking worth it.
You also get the most formidable version of Bane out of anything, and that introduction of Bane was absolutely insane, and he's so new at that point that Warner Brothers decided to make him, you know, muscle brained idiot when they put him in the movie, because they were like, oh, he's really buff, so we're gonna make him an idiot that's on a bunch of steroids. No,
it's a luchador mask.
Oh my god. He's the only person to ever outsmart Batman the way that he did. Anyways, let's let's move on. Alias alert, because Alias. Never mind. Marvel exec Brad Winderbaum gave a cryptic update on the return of Jessica Jones, saying there always is a chance she could reappear. With Daredevil Born Again reshuffling its cast and tone, fans are watching closely for signs of Kristen Ritter's comeback. Don't call it a comeback because, well, reasons.
I like this. I really loved the Jessica Jones series on Netflix. I
Mhm.
mean, it's on Disney Plus, but I loved it. I really loved it. That first season was probably one of the best seasons of Marvel, I think, hands down. And just everything she went through, it was just, so psychologically torturing, and I mean, it was just amazing. So, I'm happy she's coming back. I love that she's gonna be in Daredevil Born Again season 2,
Mhm.
and hopefully she'll get some sort of special, or maybe she'll get her own series, because that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the way that they introduced Purple Man, I've been saying for a while that we need, not only because of who plays Purple Man, but we need Purple Man back because he is such a formidable villain for what he's capable of doing. Basically being able to control people, like mind control people without even thinking about it. Like we need more Purple Man in this world. And I just need more Jessica Jones. The relationship she has with all of the characters, and I want to see her and Luke Cage like officially together.
Officially together, like Roda the Hutt and Hera Syndulla, that kind of official, like ship them.
Stop stop trying to make Rodd-ula happen.
Oh, hey, see? You shipped it.
Oh
You
God!
ghost shipped it.
Now you have to give me a second because now I got to go write that down because sadly that's going to be the name of the episode.
Oh shoot, I don't remember what I said.
Rodd-ula.
What was it? Rodd-ula. That's it. Rodd-ula.
Sorry, my bad.
Rodd-ula.
Stop trying to make Rodd-ula a thing.
A thing.
Kind of like stop trying to make fetch a thing.
Exactly.
That's the name of the
And
episode.
that's a callback from the Friday.
Right. That's exactly why I brought that up. Because it was a callback from Friday's game night. All right, let's move on to the next story here. If this new Prison Break doesn't come with a VPN and a firewall, what are we even escaping from? What's the point? What are we escaping from? The escape artists are back, but this time the walls might be digital. Hulu's Prison Break reboot promises a new kind of prison, and fans are already decoding the tagline. If they break out of the cloud, we riot. We really do. I mean, so are you in a prison of your mind? Is that what they're doing? They're trying to be smart like that?
So what they're doing is they're taking a page from Vision Quest, because that's all in Vision's head, and he's doing the robot peyote. Now they're actually doing real peyote, and they think they're in the Matrix. And then we see Keanu Reeves will stop by for a second, and then that's when they escape. But then they realize they're not really escaped, and it's like that thing. What was that movie with Harry Styles and Florence Pugh, where she was in a simulation the whole time? And
I know a movie you're talking about.
yeah,
That's the one for all of you out there, all the people who've been waiting for this their entire life. That's the one where Florence Pugh is naked in that movie.
yeah, that's true. She is naked in that movie. Yeah.
Don't worry, darling.
Don't worry, darling. That's
Don't worry, darling. That's it. Yeah.
directed
That's
by
what it is.
Olivia Wilde, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And caused the downfall of her marriage. Anyway, moving on.
All right, give me 1 second here. And yeah, you're not wrong. It did cause the fall of her entire marriage. Will Coogler make us believe. He's going to make me a believer with the way I'm hearing about this. Ryan Coogler says the X-Files reboot is rooted in his childhood fears and fascination with the unknown. He's also teasing a genre-defying cast that blends legacy and new blood. If Mulder and Scully had a baby with Black Mirror, Coogler's X-Files might be it. I am very much excited for this. I love the idea of Ryan Coogler getting his hands on the X-Files. And I love it, but like somebody's finally doing something legacy with it rather than it being like, let's try and do another season of X-Files with Mulder and Scully. No, let's do legacy. Like you can have this be exactly what it is. It's 30, 40 years after the events of the original show, and it's new agents that are in the agency. Like the whole show, the premise of the show doesn't say that it has to be Mulder and Scully. Now, what I would like is either one of them coming back as like a senior agent or maybe even a director, right? Like that would be cool. Like, you have I honestly would like I probably want Scully to come back and be a director, be like the director of the FBI of that division. She was the smarter one of the two anyways, so she's gonna be the one that would be that.
I could see them finding like a case that links back to Mulder and Scully, and then they have to bring one of them on to try and like solve whatever murder or mystery is going on, and whether it's reluctant or not. It's gonna be like Jurassic World when they bring back the original cast of Jurassic Park. It's gonna be like that.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want like, oh yeah, we need to have them as predominant characters. Like again, you have one of them as like maybe a senior official, somebody that have to go through or something like that you get like maybe every couple of episodes for like a scene.
I miss X-Files.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Mulder should be like the new smoking man.
Nice.
I like it. But instead of smoking, he just eats potato chips.
Yeah.
He vapes. He's the vape man.
He's vape man.
Vape man. He's the vape man. We've sliced through the headlines, bowed to the comedy gods, and maybe caught Jessica's eye. But now it's time to slow the scroll. Let's zoom out and dig in. These are the stories shaping the fandom, stirring debate, and for a matter of fact, trending up. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the trend up.
Is this mutant foresight or a prequel to franchise fatigue? Marvel Studios is going all in on X-Men 97 with executive producer Brad Winderbaum confirming that seasons 4 and 5 are already in development, despite season 2 still being months away. The move suggests Marvel sees the animated revival as a cornerstone of its multiversal strategy. Say that fast 10 times. For longtime fans, this feels like vindication. The show's first season was a love letter to the original, and its success proved that nostalgia can still drive canon. But the early renewal raises questions about creative flexibility. There's also the risk of overextension. Marvel's track record with multiversal storytelling has been hit or miss lately, and some viewers worry that X-Men 97 could be burdened with too much narrative weight too soon. But even under the Disney umbrella, not every franchise gets the same vote of confidence. While Marvel mutants are multiplying, One Legacy's sci-fi reboot just got derezzed. Tron Ares was positioned as a sleek reboot for the franchise, with Jared Leto. You can change the picture. Leading the charge, and Tron 4 quietly in early development. But after Ares underperformed at the box office, Disney has reportedly pulled the plug on the sequel. The reversal highlights the risk of premature franchising. Studios often greenlight sequels to signal confidence, but when the current installment stumbles, it can feel like a missed fan appetite. In this case, the casting of Leto sparked mixed reactions from the start, while others questioned whether Tron still had cultural relevance. The bigger issue, Disney may have underestimated how much the fandom had evolved. Tron has always been niche, and rebooting it for a new generation requires more than neon visuals and star power. Without a clear emotional hook or fresh thematic angle, Ares struggled to connect with, and Tron 4 paid the price. Is fan fatigue a real thing, or are fans demanding quality now? What'd you say?
I think that's really what it is. I think in the end, fans are tired of just being pushed, like having things pushed to them that are just like, here's a franchise that everybody loves the idea of, but we're just gonna push things out at you. Like going with X-Men as a concept, right? Starting off with X-Men on this. X-Men 97 was an absolute hit, right? Bodemayo did a lot of amazing work in what he did. Now, of course, Problematic had everything that he did on there. They let him go, but then they brought back Larry Houston for season 2. And that's a big deal. Larry Houston, the original architect of the original show. So I have faith in what they're doing with X-Men. X-Men, they strike a balance of the comics, of taking comic book storylines and mixing them in a way where we get the storylines we want. It doesn't feel like it's overdone. And at the same time, we're getting a very quality love letter to X-Men, whereas with Tron, my biggest issue with Tron is there's not enough love put into the series, and there's not enough care to. It's kind of what I was talking about last week, where people are tired of giant spectacles with no story. People want story. X-Men, what makes it so good is that the story writing is second to none. Whereas with Tron, they're not focusing enough on the story and telling the right stories for people to care about it. Like everybody was going into Tron Ares expecting it to be this profound commentary on AI and the future of the world and kind of the state that we're in right now. And it just ended up falling flat, and it had no commentary on it whatsoever. And I think part of that is also Disney in fear of what's possible and not taking the risks and just going, well, Tron Legacy did okay, so we're going to do Tron Ares. And again, it's not Jared Leto. As much as a lot of people are, have their issues with Jared Leto, from what I understand, Jared Leto was not the problem with the movie. The movie itself, the writing in the movie was the problem with the movie. And I think just people are tired of it. People are tired of giving all these studios a pass just because you gave us more of a property. But you gave us a property with no soul. So I've said my piece. You guys go ahead.
Let me chime in just comparing X-Men 97 to Tron Ares. You could see what they're doing wrong. Like X-Men 97, it's nostalgic. It hits all the beats. Everything we love about the original is brought back, but refreshed, right? And made for an older audience. Tron Ares, it felt like they hid the story too much and hoping that people would just grab onto it because it's nostalgic. Mm-hmm. But they didn't tell. Like, I don't even know who Jared Leto is. I know he may come into the real world, but like, okay, what does that matter? We got robots. I got a vacuum. He's a robot. Is he AI? I don't know. He knows how to crawl around the room. Is that Tron? It feels like Tron, but I don't know. I just don't think they sold this enough. They didn't put enough marketing behind this. Mm. And like, I couldn't tell you one other actor in this movie, one other character. Well, Jeff Bridges always makes it into these movies somehow.
And Hassan Minaj was in the movie, but I mean, like, his character was so minor, and it's like Hassan Minaj. That's kind of a get for as far as like comedians go, and like a guy who got a lot of screen presence. But it's like, you didn't really do anything with him. You made him kind of like the bumbling guy on the side, and it's like why not? Yeah, he is from Sacramento. Why not bring back Flynn? I mean, the legacy story ended with Flynn. Why not bring Flynn back as even as an antagonist? Flip the story, flip the script, make Flynn. He went from being this total anarcho, just he was an anarchist essentially. He's like, I don't want to live in this world that we're in. I live in a connex, and I really just want to blow up the world, even though I am the majority shareholder of the company that I'm ruining. Right? You make him the antagonist in saying, like, you know what? He turned a new leaf, and now he is the CEO of the company. And he is forming AI after the experiences that he had going into the grid. Now it's like, okay, well, now we're gonna take this AI and we're gonna make Tron what it was originally meant to be. It is a program that protects the servers that we have built, right? And I am creating Tron. And in a blowback, Ares comes into the real world as an AI protection program that becomes a person, because technically he would be an ISO if you go into the lore of Tron, of the Tron universe, right? Because Tron is an idea now. Tron is no longer a program.
But that's the thing. Like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? He jumped from the program into the real world. Am I supposed to root for him? Am I supposed to
Right.
root against him? I don't know. They didn't tell me enough.
Right.
They
And
just told me a cool light cycle, and that's about it.
And I think that's what they try to do, is they try to sell you on the visual things on there. And that's where I was saying is that's where people are fed up. They're tired of what the fan fatigue is in all of this is people are tired of just give me something that you want me to buy, because I'm tired of that. I'm tired of being shown, hey, that's a cool light cycle, but what else are you going to give me? Give me a good story. Because when people go to the movies, they want to see a good story. I'm sorry, Jen. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I was just wanted to let you finish. You were on a roll, so I was just letting you finish, letting you wear yourself out. Um, so my thing. Okay, here's my thing with X-Men 97. The only thing that I question is how flexible are they going to be? Like, yeah, season 1 was amazing, but they were tying up a lot of loose ends. They were getting it to where it needed to be to bring new stories into it. And I feel like, they did a really good job of that, but season 2 would be the pivot. It's going to be, hey, these are newer stories. How do you guys like these? And I'm just like, are you sure you wanna do 3 additional seasons without any additional fan feedback?
Right.
And that's kinda where I am with the X-Men thing. I am so happy they're doing it, don't get me wrong. My little fangirl heart is just super excited about it. But I'm just like, I feel like creative flexibility is a good thing. And in animation, you make a mistake, you can't really fix it that quickly. I mean, it takes a time. So it takes a time. I don't know why I went Italian there. But on the Tron thing, I think really like the story said it. Like it's so niche that unless you've seen all the rest of it and you know all the Flynn legacy and you know about his son and you know all that, people coming into Tron Ares will have no idea if they haven't seen all the rest of it. And so I'm just like, and then having Jared Leto, I was not gonna go see it because it had Jared Leto in it, but that is because I don't like Jared Leto. I have
Right.
been very open and honest that I dislike him, and I have disliked him since he was in my so-called life, okay? He was a teenager then. This was the '90s. So, I'm just saying, I have had a long hate relationship with Jared Leto. So I wasn't gonna go see Tron Ares. Now I might have watched it, when it came streaming or whatever. But no, I wasn't. I think that they just were trying to drum up, hype about it so people would come see it, and it failed miserably, and I think Disney paid the price for that. So
Again, I think
not
part
mad
of it
about it.
is also with them not tying it into the greater lore. It's like we want to do a standalone movie. We have this program that came into the real world, but doesn't really have anything to do. And it's like you almost left it on a cliffhanger for Legacy, because what happened to Sam? What happened to Kira? Why? Yeah, at the end of the movie, Kira literally did what they're trying to do with Ares, right? Kira, as an ISO, came out to the real world. What were the implications of that? Why did you not tie up that story? Why didn't you move into that? Again, what happened to Sam? How come we don't know what happened to Sam? There are story beats that were already in play that they ignored. Right. And again, this is where you're belittling the intelligence of your audience.
Like James did earlier with the whole like Roda the Hutt thing.
The joke.
I'm
Yeah,
elevating,
the
man.
Roda.
I'm elevating. I'm giving Hera a new storyline. Enough, Kane and Jarrus. It's time to move on.
To space slugs.
Yes.
To bigger and literally bigger and not so better things.
Oh God,
Once you go slug,
James,
you don't give what?
You literally Twi'leks do not have good relationships with Hutts.
Hey man, times change. Things change, all right? Give love a chance.
It's time for Twi'lek and Hutt relations to be reestablished.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. So with that being said, do we have any other thoughts before we move on to the next segment here?
I'm
No,
more
I think
interested. I'm more interested in my robot vacuum than I am seeing Tron Ares now, just because you talked so badly about it. Have you even seen it?
No, he hasn't. Look at that. Look at his face. He hasn't seen it yet.
I did, and that's why I'm like, I almost feel like I wasted my money on that.
You threw your money in the gutter.
Yeah.
At least you got some popcorn.
I mean, there's always that. It's just like I said, I was excited for it, and it just it didn't live up to the hype that it kind of seemed like some people were hyping it up to be. To include my hero Kevin Smith, because he hyped the hell out of it. And it was like, I don't know, like visually, yeah, it's great, but just there's no story. And that's where I was let down with it. It's just the story was not good.
All right, well, I guess Disney Plus it is.
Yeah. There we go.
All right.
I wonder if we'll get it like what Chuck's saying, if we're gonna get that right before Christmas.
Official Tron Roomba. I mean,
There you
that
go.
might actually be cool. That's the thing. A Roomba that has like the neon lights on it, right? Okay. The merch might be way better than the movie.
I feel like the whole reason people started liking the movie was because of the video game. So it's like, just, you know what? How about this? Put out a video game.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. We've served the bites, prematurely franchised several IP, and gave opinions with a dose of spice. Let's wrap this up with the Geek End Update, where cosplay gets sinister and the pop culture pulse goes live.